Hello there, and welcome to episode number 3 of the Gaming Frontier podcast. My name is Adolfo Aguirre. I'm your host for today's show, and I'm joined here by my very, very good friend, Mr. the one and only Guillermo Vizcaíno.
Hey guys, how you doing?
I think everybody's doing great because
Hopefully.
you're on YouTube, listening to a gaming video,
We both are,
avoiding your responsibilities. Good job there. So, this podcast is part of Gaming Frontier's YouTube channel, where you can find gaming-related content throughout the week. The Gaming Frontier podcast is a weekly show where the two of us discuss the latest news in the gaming industry, our thoughts, predictions, and in short, everything gaming-related. And we have a very packed show once again, like every week.
Yes.
Well, let's just dive right into today's first topic. This is something that I'm very, very excited about. And this is regarding one of the most prominent, famous, and well-known and respected video game creators, directors, and producers, Mr. Hideo Kojima. And he will be presenting a keynote address at DICE with Guillermo del Toro,
yeah.
who, if you don't know him, he's a very well-known movie director.
Yeah.
And he was working with Mr. Kojima in the now canceled Silent Hills game,
Yes.
which everybody cried a lot about on the
totally
internet.
bummed about that.
And yeah, me too. Like I'm a fan of the Silent Hill franchise. I loved especially the first 3 games, and I was so bummed about the cancellation of that game. But now, this is so strange. I mean, it could mean nothing, right? It could just be both of them just talking about their
life and memories. And
yeah, and this keynote address will be focusing on their creative visions,
Yeah.
specifically. But the funny thing is that this presentation will be moderated by Jeff Keighley,
Yes.
who is a close friend of Mr. Kojima. He's the creator and host of the Game Awards show.
Yeah.
And he was the one that actually said in public that Kojima was not allowed to attend the
yes.
Game Awards show to receive his own award, which I think is just so crappy. I mean,
But very controversial.
absolutely. But this is so... I mean, what did you expect out of this? It's interesting, right?
It is, yeah. I don't want to get my highs too up
Right.
because of this. I mean, it's, as you said, it's probably just about, inspiration and how this, I mean, these guys are, in the world of filming and the world of gaming, they are very surreal and very special. They're not like any other,
Absolutely.
game director or film director out there. They're very special in what they do, and I think that they found in each other, maybe a parallel, something connecting them, and even though I want them to collaborate and have a game done, a Silent Hills type game, something different, surreal. So if you saw the Pan's Labyrinth, I think that's the name, right? The Laberinto del Fauno.
Right, yeah.
That's a movie. That's Guillermo del Toro movie, one of his greatest movies.
I
of
think
all
that's
time.
his best movie.
Yeah,
I think
definitely.
so.
Yeah,
It's wonderful.
And you can see all the all that surreal inspiration coming through and showing, and I think that translated into a video game would be so interesting and so different and so enticing for someone to play. And I think that if they were to do something like that, it would bring a whole new level of quality and in the world of gaming, and that would be great. I'm really expecting something like that. I really want something like that, but I don't know. I don't want
to get your hopes
I don't want to
high,
be disappointed.
right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I remember reading that they got for the Silent Hills project for PT, they got one of as an artist, as a I think it was the art director. I'm not so sure about that. They got one of the most famous and prominent like horror manga artists in Japan, and that guy is like super famous over there as being one of the most creative guys
Right.
in doing like monsters and in terms of horror of this specific genre. And I don't know him, but I just read that, and I don't know. I think that's very exciting. just having these three minds
Right,
together,
yeah.
and that was so disappointing hearing about the cancellation. And I think this is why people are getting so excited and so enthusiastic about this presentation, where it can just be, I don't know, it could be nothing, right?
Yeah.
But people like me want to get excited about it, and I'm excited, really.
I lost my mic. Yeah, I am too. Yeah, I mean, I really want this to, come into fruition at the end. Something to come into fruition at the end because of this. I want this to be the beginning of maybe a little announcement like, you know what, guys, we're still working. We wanted to work together. We're
Right.
going to work together. Now Sony is giving us, or whoever is giving us, the opportunity of working together. And I mean, if it's a dream for them, it's twice a dream for me, right? It's two
Absolutely.
great directors, two great minds that can come together and do something very special. And we really hope that it's something like that. And, not just that, I think this conference as a whole is very interesting. The DICE, because it's the Academy of Interactive Arts and Sciences.
Right, the DICE Summit, yeah.
Yeah, and they're also going to have Todd Howard
from Bethesda, right.
which is like, okay, I've never heard of this summit before, and I don't know why, because it seems to be gathering.
It's very big. It's very big.
Gathering very important people and very interesting people to hear from, and yeah, so it's stay tuned for that. Also, he is getting inducted to the Hall of Fame.
To the Hall of Fame,
Mr.
right.
Kojima. That's part of the show.
Totally deserving, I think.
Yeah,
so.
totally. Yeah.
Totally deserving.
He's done so. We talked about this earlier in past weeks about how his work has always been very different and influential and unique, and it's great to see that he's getting some recognition for that.
Absolutely.
So, even if it's just like, I don't know, a plate and a name on it, he deserves that recognition 100%. He's such a special game maker and filmmaker even. So yeah, he deserves that.
Right, absolutely. And Mr. Kojima and Del Toro, they cannot do a Silent Hills because that
Konami's
franchise
property.
is
Yeah.
owned by Konami. But at the same time, I was thinking about this, and they don't need to, right? They can just make a horror game, set up a different name, because PT, the playable teaser for
Right.
Silent Hills, was so special. But if you look at it, and if you play the previous Silent Hill games, there was nothing in PT
Right, alike.
that was in Silent Hill, in any Silent Hill game. There was nothing in it, and it was so special, so creepy. It's the most scary, the most scary thing I think I've ever saw in a video game. It was just a freaking hall, right? And
over and over.
and over and over. But there was nothing in there from Silent Hill, so I don't think they need the Silent Hill name.
Yeah, no.
The name, they already got the name, and their name is Kojima and Del Toro.
Yeah.
That's it. That's
all
you
they
need.
Yeah,
that's all you
they
need.
Yeah.
And a budget, and just get them out there to do a horror game. And I think that's all they need. And that's the prospect of them working on that. It's very, very exciting for me.
Yeah. And even if it's not a horror game, I mean, if you get those two guys in a room, they're gonna come up with crazy, exuberant, flamboyant
Right.
ideas that are probably gonna be great for any type of game. Fantasy game. That would be crazy great. Del Toro was once said to be the director for the new Lord of the Ring franchise, the Hobbit
Really?
Hobbit, the Hobbit prequels.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Peter
Really?
Jackson ended up having and I mean, he was the original, the Lord of the Rings director. So I guess
Cool.
it's great that he got it. But yeah, Del Toro was right there, was on top, was a top candidate for that. And he's that kind of director. He's very fantasy oriented. He's very different in his way of thinking. And him and Kojima together again. Man, that would be great. That
Both
would
of
be
them like
amazing.
mechs as well.
And what, sorry?
Both of them like
Yeah.
have like a thing for robots and mechs
Yeah.
and stuff. So it could be something around that. Anyways, I'm very excited at whatever they're both doing together, if they're doing
If
something,
they're doing
right?
anything, yeah.
And speaking of Kojima, I think it was yesterday. It was a Tuesday the 9th.
Then yeah.
Konami announced a new expansion for MGO, for Metal Gear Online.
Yes.
Metal Gear Online 3, part of the Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. And I think that the 5 people playing Metal Gear Online are very excited about that. I mean, I don't know, like...
What's your opinion on that? What's your opinion on MGO?
I don't care.
You didn't.
I
You
mean,
never got into it.
Yeah, I played the game for, I think, about a day, and that was it,
Yeah.
really. I mean, it's fun, but not something that I would stick
Yeah.
for it. I mean, and I'm reading here Konami's official post on their blog, on their UK blog, and it says MGO3 Cloaked in Silence DLC arrives in March. New DLC for Metal Gear Online 3 named Cloaked in Silence is coming in March. The new content will boast new maps and add Quiet as a playable character, among other additional content. I think I would be excited if I could play as Quiet in the main game.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't really care about
The
playing
online
as
experience.
her in the online in the online competitive multiplayer. I don't know. I think I don't think people really care much. I mean, when I saw the news, all the comments were like, "Where's Mission 51? Where's my finished story?
Yeah.
Right? Where's my finished
that's-
game?"
That's
So
a good point.
I think people are asking for something completely different.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I mean, I really don't think this is gonna sell that well. Oh, because this is a priced DLC.
Yeah.
And I think it's like $4.
$4, yeah.
And
Which is weird, right? For a DLC content, a pack of expansion pack, $4 is not that much.
right,
It's-
actually, yeah, it's not expensive, but at the same time, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, as you said, there's 5 people playing that game. I'm right up there with you. I played that for a day, and although
I had
first,
fun.
Yeah,
I
I
had
had
fun.
fun. Yeah, definitely. But it fades away. It's not.
Right,
it's not the kind of multiplayer that you really get excited about and exhilarated about. And after a while, it just gets old, and it's there's you can tell that Kojima Productions is not a studio that focuses on multiplayer experiences.
Absolutely.
They do great, massive, amazing single player experiences, but multiplayer is not their thing, and there's nothing wrong with that. Not every game needs to have a multiplayer
Absolutely, but
aspect to it.
But I just want to emphasize that the multiplayer in Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain, it's not bad.
Oh no, by any means.
It's
No.
not bad by any means. I think it's even good.
Yeah.
But not great,
Right.
not excellent, not something mind blowing, not something that I got into it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And sadly nowadays that you have to be special. If you're a multiplayer game, you have to be very, very unique and very special. Because you got the Call of Duties out there, the Halos, the Counter Strikes, the Battlefields. And you're not gonna be able to compete with that unless you have something really differentiating your product. And sadly, that's not the Metal Gear multiplayer. But yeah, I mean, it's not bad by any means.
And this DLC expansion includes 3 maps:
Yeah.
Coral Complex, Rust Palace, and Azure Mountain. I mean, they look cool. I think. I mean, I haven't seen any images of them. I don't know if they released pictures of the maps, but the description of these 3 maps, they sound cool. I mean,
Right.
yeah, sure, but I mean,
yeah, and as you said, people want if they were gonna spend assets on making new things for the game, why not then expand the single player experience instead of the multiplayer experience?
Mission 51, please.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't really care that much. I don't know. It's not something for me. I think so, but maybe it could be fun. I don't know. It could be right.
Right.
It could be very fun.
Thing is, Konami sort of burned itself out after
Yeah.
the whole
Right.
Kojima debacle. It's hard to see people going back to giving Konami any more respect even. So
And even if they announce like a story expansion,
Yeah,
people would
yes.
not be happy because Konami, Konami,
Right,
like
yeah.
absolutely. Where's Kojima?
Yes, exactly.
This is a Metal Gear without Kojima. Like yeah, absolutely. And speaking of mixed reception and PR, Bungie, the developers of Destiny. This is very strange. I don't know how to get out of this. So Bungie asked Destiny fans if they're still having fun.
Yes.
They asked through email, I think so.
Yeah, they send an email to
through an email?
every registered Destiny player.
Yeah, so what could this hint at? I mean, why are they asking that? Because it's weird to me because they absolutely have statistics about the user
Right,
base,
sure,
about how much people are playing. I mean, they have access to all of this data, and I don't know why they're specifically asking this question. what could this hint at? A new expansion, maybe a Destiny 2, a completely new Destiny game.
Well, the thing is, if you've got to ask, I mean, we talked about this last time, and one of our few comments actually agrees on that. There is not, the Destiny players they were happy with the game, and they've spent time with it, and it's been a year since the game it's been almost 2 years, a year and a half. I don't know whichever time. It's been more than a year that game's been out, and
it was released on 2014. Yeah, September 2014. So it's a year and a half already.
A few months, yeah.
A year and a half
a couple
already.
Months. And, for a game, it's hard to stay relevant for that long. And I think, the Destiny player base has been declining, and every now and then they have a surge with, DLC packs and whatnot.
And events, especially events.
Events, yeah, exactly.
Trying to bring players back.
But, there are players that are going to move on and are never going to look back. So I think they're, feeling that. They are afraid of that, if you may. And the thing with Destiny is that it never really got to live up to the hype. Sure. Destiny was so hyped, and everybody was expecting so much from it. And I mean, it's a good game, but it never reached that level of greatness that they.
I remember
expected.
Looking at the first review of the game and the subsequent trailers, and it looked amazing. It looked incredible. And when I got to play it, I don't know, like I got bored.
Yeah.
With the beta, with the demo, the free demo, and I mean, if you get bored from a demo, I think that's a very
bad sign.
A very bad sign. I thought it was somewhat repetitive. I don't know. I don't think it's my kind of game really. Maybe if I played it with a couple of friends, with a team, maybe I could get into it. But
you could even argue that that's part of the problem, right? The game itself doesn't know what it wants to be.
Right.
It's not. Yeah. It's kind of an MMO, but it's not really. It's a shooter, and it's also sort of an RPG, but not that much. And it's a co-op game with multiple cooperative and competitive aspects to it. It's all over the place, and for a game like that, you need to focalize to something, and that's part of the problem. The other part of the problem is that Bungie sadly didn't invest that much on they did invest, but everything went south with the story. The story was in there, but
lackluster,
was very lackluster. And anything, if you wanted to know about the story, you needed to go online and read a bunch of cards and like what's with that. So that's been a constant. This the first batch of games for the the 8th generation of consoles. They've all been lacking a good story. Battlefield 4 had a 4-hour story, which wasn't good. Titanfall was lacking the story.
Lacking the story altogether.
Totally, completely. Destiny was lacking in that aspect too.
Rainbow Six Siege,
yeah.
Sure.
Although Siege has not been, showing signs of really not doing that great. I don't know. I haven't seen sales figures for that. But yeah, they have all been lacking that. And I mean, if that's any sign, you should know that, people want to have their single players as much as they want to have their multiplayers.
Sure, I think that's one of the reasons that people love The Witcher 3 so much.
Yeah, and Metal Gear.
Sure, well, although it's unfinished.
Yeah.
Konami. But The Witcher 3 is the main story.
Game of the year. My game of the year. My personal game of the year.
I'm still playing the game, and I can see why. It's amazing. It's incredible. Yeah. But so this thing with Bungie and Destiny, I don't know. It's strange, but I think that this could point towards something good.
What do you think it's hinting at? A new game or a new expansion or?
I think they're building a new expansion based on player feedback. I don't think this is a Destiny 2 thing. But I think it's very cool that they're trying to reach out for specific players for specific player-based feedback, and I think this could be even a turning point for the franchise. But I don't want to get my hopes up. Right. But I think this is a very, very good thing.
I don't know. I'm actually divided on that. I don't think this is expansion. I don't think this is for an expansion. I think.
Do you think they're planning already for Destiny 2?
Not Destiny 2. I think and I'm gonna go on a limb here and make a little of
right.
a prediction, a crazy prediction. Our first very random and extreme prediction.
Destiny coming to the Wii U?
Oh, no. Not that extreme, man. No. Not that there's anything wrong with that. But
Destiny
no.
for iOS?
I think,
Android?
oh, yeah, of course, for tablet.
Sure.
No, I think they're actually preparing to go somewhere else. I don't think they're, I think they've,
okay.
I'm not sure, right? But I think they might be willing to move on to another franchise. They're building something else, something not Destiny related, something different entirely. I don't know if it's gonna be like a parallel, thing with Destiny on a side and a new franchise on the other. But I think they are, preparing themselves to start building very early on the development process, but start building something entirely different, something more focused, something more
with a different brand, a different name.
Okay, entirely, yeah.
All right. Wow.
I think that could be it.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting. I don't know. It could be. It could be because we don't know. We don't know.
Yeah, we don't know.
We don't know anything about this. So yeah, it could be. I just hope it's something. It's
great.
something
It's
that
something good.
lives up to the user base expectations.
And the studio's name, because Bungie, again, it's such a great studio.
Bungie is one of the most important studios
Yeah.
in the world right now.
Definitely, absolutely.
Absolutely. They are the creators of Halo.
Yeah.
Which I mean, if you
brought Xbox to the map.
Yeah, if you've been living under a rock for the last 50 years, Xbox exists because of Halo right now.
Yes, definitely.
And they also got many people from very big and important studios like Retro Studios.
Yeah.
I think some Infinity War people went over there. So I don't know. It's they got a lot of work to do. I think so.
Yeah.
But they can live up to.
Yeah, but they have the
Absolutely.
manpower to pull it off.
Absolutely.
They can go back and be the big, great studio that they are again and shine.
I think so.
Yeah.
I hope so. Well, and speaking of expectations, this is very strange. I mean, not strange, but intriguing. Like, this is regarding Nintendo.
Yeah.
So,
the big N.
The big N. I don't know if you don't remember, Nintendo had a loyalty program, like a rewards program called Club Nintendo.
Yeah.
They canceled it. It was last year, I think. Yeah, by the end of last year, they canceled this program by June, I think so, June of last year.
Yeah, the announcement came on March, and then by summer it was.
They canceled it, and now it seems in an investors meeting with Tatsumi Kimishima, the president of Nintendo, they announced that they're bringing the new program, the new loyalty program called My Nintendo, and they're aiming for 100 million members. Yes, million. What? Like that's, I don't know, that's so.
Gotta dream big.
Yeah, but it's so ambitious.
Yeah.
So I'm reading the announcement, the article from a games industry written by Brendan Sinclair. It says Nintendo will roll out its new My Nintendo loyalty program next month, and the company clearly has big plans for it. Sure, like they're setting an initial milestone of 100 million members worldwide for the service. What's going on with you?
I just wetted myself. Not like that.
What?
I just dropped water all over myself.
Okay.
For all of you iTunes listeners, picture that. Just imagine that.
Don't. Okay, so this program is set out to launch in March.
Yeah.
So in a month?
In a month? Yeah, it's right around the corner.
But this is interesting. In 39 countries.
Yes.
I couldn't find...
Me either, yeah.
I couldn't find the full list of the countries, but I remember reading in a Facebook group, in a Amiibo's Facebook group from Mexico, and I read that Mexico is one of those 39 countries.
Okay,
I mean, of course you don't care about that, because but we do because we're in Mexico.
And our Mexican audience will care, I guess.
But Club Nintendo was not in Mexico, in Latin America at all. Club Nintendo was only in the US and Canada.
Yeah, not the official club, because I mean we had a magazine which was
but I mean,
tangentially related.
I mean the loyalty program.
Yeah, no,
it
no.
was only in Japan,
Yes.
US, Canada, and a few countries in Europe
Yes.
only. And what I've heard about this is this is going to launch in a lot more countries.
Yeah,
now.
39. It's a
39
it's a big number,
is a big
yeah.
number, and that's why they're expecting 100 million members. So the debut in March will be in 39 countries, and they will be expanding upon that. So
Yes.
it's 39 countries initially, and they will be getting into new territories over the course of the year. So this is incredible. I think.
It's
So I'm reading this news article. This says initially My Nintendo will offer few benefits to users. There will be a points program similar to the old Club Nintendo system that was phased out last year. Just for you, discounts targeted to individual users and automatic downloads for digitally purchases Wii U and 3DS games. In the future, Nintendo hopes to use it for managing friends lists, cloud data, perks at retail stores, and more.
right.
So,
Yeah,
what do you get out of this?
I
There's potential, I think. So.
I think it's very. I think we should zoom out a little bit with the whole. Give a little explanation of not just My Nintendo, but also the My Account system that Nintendo is implementing, because they are really moving away from the previous iterations of their online network, which was a mess, and they, the friend codes. Come on, Nintendo, that's oh man, oh my god. I don't
I
even
mean,
wanna
these
talk about
long codes should die back in the NES days.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, they're moving on from that, and then now they're having a much simpler, leaner, very very easy to use system, which you can put an email account and have several accounts linked to your Nintendo
like
account
Xbox
and
Live and PS.
yeah,
and
that's exactly the point I wanted to get to. It's now really turning into a very equal competition level for all three of the networks, the Xbox Live, PSN, and Nintendo. And I really want to see how they fit into that competition. Because, I mean, as far as we know, this is still free, right? There's no fee for the network usage.
I mean, if they're setting a goal of 100 million members, this should be free.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no way they can get 100 million people in March.
Yeah.
Or I mean, even by the end of the year, by charging, I don't know, like $50 per year, like Xbox Live or PSN does. They cannot do that. So
I mean, not for the using of the system, but for the same thing as multiplayers and special privileges and whatnot. Because I don't know, I see them, I can't see them doing that. Because I mean, networks and servers are not cheap. So maybe on that side, but I mean, just merely talking about on competition, I think this is gonna be great for all three. Because now it's going to be a level playing field, and on top of that, I don't know. I really find it interesting to see, because it's now not. Before with Club Nintendo, it was a complex and not very easy system where you needed to go online, register your game, answer a couple surveys.
Did you use Club Nintendo?
Me not, personally not. I never, because of this, because I never really wanted to go and make the extra effort, even though it's not that hard, but I really never wanted to do the extra effort. But in this case...
I did,
You did, yeah?
Yeah, I did have a Club Nintendo account. Right. It wasn't available in Mexico, but I'm a cheater, and I used... a U.S. address. I think I searched for a Walmart, and I put the address of a Walmart in the U.S. in Texas, I think so, and I used that as my account, and I created an account, and yeah, I mean, every game I purchased, I just redeemed the code.
Yeah.
On the Club Nintendo.
It was a scratch thing, right?
No, it just had a written code inside. Okay. There was in where the manual was,
right.
And I put this code in the Club Nintendo website, and I got coins, and with these coins I could get free games. And I couldn't get any of the physical rewards like pouches and bags and posters and that stuff because
you needed to,
because I needed to be in the US, right? So I could not get a poster delivered to my fake Walmart address because I wasn't there, But I could get the digital reward. So I got a lot of games out of that.
Cool.
I got I actually got Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze for free.
Cool.
with that. I got the new Super Mario Bros. 2, Donkey Kong Country Returns 3D. I got a lot of Virtual Console games. I got the original Legend of Zelda, Link's Awakening. Yeah, I mean, I like the program because I got a lot of free stuff with it. And I think it wasn't perfect because, as you mentioned, you had to do an extra effort by going into, by getting this code and going to website and typing and answering what I think was a very long survey that was unnecessary.
Right.
But, I mean, free games, right? So give me that anytime.
The great thing about this is that there's they are gonna reward you just for playing the games. There's no need to register them anywhere. It's gonna be more straightforward, at least for what we get from the announcement.
Yeah, I think.
Or the translated slides that we got from the meeting.
Right, but I think this is exciting.
Yeah,
this could
definitely
point at very, very cool things for the
also
future.
From that, from those translated slides from the the meetings presentation. There seems to be two types of coins or reward things, which are gold and platinum, or as they call it for coins for fun and coins for deals. So there seems to be a little bit more of a a layer there in the system, rewarding system.
Club Nintendo had a similar thing to that because there was a gold thing and a platinum thing, but that was like a status. So if you get to a certain number of points of coins, in Club Nintendo, you reach like an elite status. So it could be like a gold elite or a platinum elite, something like that. So every year, depending on what status you were, you could get access to an extra free thing.
Oh, okay.
So there were. I remember that for gold members, you could get like maybe smaller games for free, and for platinum members, you could get like I got Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze that way, and you could get games like big games like this, and maybe it's something. Maybe I think they're
along those lines.
They're looking at this system to set this new model, and I know. I think it's exciting. Yeah, it's really, really exciting.
Do you think there's going to be integration, between the console and the new mobile thing with DNA they're doing?
They should. I think there's something.
I remember reading something about the mobile part of things.
Yeah, I'm reading here that the company said that future releases from their mobile things will be designed to encourage enrollment in the program.
Okay.
So yeah, I think it is smart for them to try to merge their different platforms and brands and get people excited about this. Maybe you can use this platform. Maybe like someone that is playing Miitomo or any other mobile game from Nintendo on their smartphone, they can use this platform as to get them to get a 3DS or a Wii U or an NX. Maybe if I'm playing a lot of Miitomo, which I won't, but many people will, maybe they can get a notification on their My Nintendo account that, hey, like, you got all of these points. You can redeem this for
a game on your
Super Mario 3D Land on the 3DS. And, oh my God, but I don't have a 3DS. I gotta get one because I have a free game, right? And I think this is, or maybe a discount. Maybe they'll get like a discount code and to present this as your nearest retailer.
There were some mentions of coupons and things like that for discounts.
That's cool. That's cool. That's very cool.
Yeah. Hopefully this time around it's going to be a more global thing. As you said, maybe more countries,
39 countries is a lot. And
so more people can get into this and take advantage of those deals.
If they get Amazon on this, if they get discount codes for Amazon,
that would be huge.
I'm sold on this. Because I'm a very frequent Amazon customer. So if they get Amazon, like, sign me up. Sign me up. Sure.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sure. And as well, speaking about coupons, discounts, and sales, this is very interesting. Nintendo revealed the top selling software for the Wii U and 3DS, which there's some positive things about this, some not so much, but I think it's very interesting to discuss this. So the best-selling Wii U Nintendo games, only first-party games, which I don't know. I don't think there are any
other.
other. I mean, I don't think
Bayonetta.
there are third party, but in the top 10,
I think, yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me read this list for you right away. So number 1 is unsurprisingly Mario Kart 8.
Of course.
With
yeah.
7.
Well, I would argue that Smash could be a close
No,
contender for
I don't think so. Well, Mario Kart has a broader audience.
You think?
Definitely, because Mario Kart has the family audience out there.
Well,
Smash
that's true.
doesn't.
Yeah, that's true.
So Smash is more like a hardcore gamer audience, and Mario Kart gets that and the family
Right.
audience. So yeah, Mario Kart is first place with 7.24 million copies, which is like, I don't know, like 60 or 70% of the total Wii U install base, which is a lot.
Yes.
Which is a lot. Second place is New Super Mario Bros. U with 5.08 million copies. Then Nintendo Land with 5.02 million. Super Mario 3D World with 4.63 million copies. Then Smash, Super Smash Bros. For Wii U with 4.61 million copies. Then this is a surprise, like a very cool surprise. Splatoon.
Yeah.
Number 6 with 4.06 million copies. This is cool.
Yeah.
This is cool.
Agreed. Yeah.
Super Mario Maker with 3.34 million. New Super Luigi U with 2.42. Like, this is surprising, because remember, the New Super Luigi U is basically a DLC, an expansion, which was released as a standalone title as well. But this is cool. This is very cool. Then, what I think is still the best game on the Wii U, The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker HD with 1.69 million copies. And 10th place, this is so weird and in some ways depressing, is Mario Party 10 with 1.65 million copies. And I don't mean that in a sense that I don't like Mario Party. I'm a fan of Mario Party. That's why it's depressing, because Mario Party 10 is not the kind of Mario Party game that I was expecting out of Nintendo.
Right.
But it sold a lot. So I don't know. And going on to 3DS territory, there's unsurprisingly as well Pokemon X and Y on first place with 14.46 million copies. Then Mario Kart 7 with 13.03 million.
Which is an old game.
It's an old game, absolutely.
It's been out for a while.
Then Pokemon, once again, I mean, Pokemon is a powerhouse.
It is, it's huge. And I mean, it's the 20th anniversary, right?
Sure. Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire with 11.46 million. Super Mario 3D Land, great game, with 10.63 million copies. New Super Mario Bros. 2 with 10.04 million copies. Animal Crossing New Leaf, 9.86. Smash for 3DS, 7.92. This is strange. Tomodachi.
Are these lifetime sales or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense.
This is now Tomodachi Life with 4.89. This is, I didn't expect this much from this game from Tomodachi Life. Maybe Japan, maybe this was huge in Japan, but this is a lot. Like 4.
I'm impressed that you haven't, or I missed it, that you haven't mentioned Ocarina, the 3D remake.
It isn't.
Wow.
So number 9 is Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. And number 10 is Nintendogs Plus Cats with 3.96. But more surprising to me than Ocarina is A Link Between Worlds. What is it?
That's absolutely right.
I mean, it's not on the top 10, so wow.
Yeah, I did a little research on that, and actually, instead of searching for the top most selling games, I search for the best reviewed games, the ones with the best critical acclaim, and those pretty much the entire Zelda franchise on the 3DS. It's the top 3. It's
A Link Between Worlds, Ocarina, and Majora's Mask.
Yeah, that's like the best.
And Fire Emblem.
And Fire Emblem, it's very close in there. It's I had it right here. It's Ocarina, Link Between Worlds, Fire Emblem Awakening, Majora's, Super Mario 3D Land, Monster Hunter, which is very big. Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate,
it's amazing.
It's huge.
Great,
that game it's very popular. Xenoblade and Pokemon X and Y.
Xenoblade Chronicles 3D.
Xenoblade,
Oh, cool. I didn't know it was so well received.
Yeah, it's well received.
Okay, so I mean, what do you get from these numbers? I don't know. It's kind of. Not too many surprises, save for Splatoon being on the Wii U top 10.
Right.
That's like a very nice surprise. And having Tomodachi Life on the 3DS and not any Zelda game.
Yeah.
And
I'm more impressed by the 3DS list than
the
by
Wii U
the
one.
Wii U list.
But I'm also impressed by not having Hyrule Warriors.
Yeah,
Hyrule
true.
Warriors is not on the top 10.
Although
Kong
Hyrule
Country,
Warriors, is it a first party or
Yes.
is it? Yes, it
Yes.
is. It's published by.
yes,
Nintendo?
it's published by Nintendo. And where's also oh my god, I forgot the game I was about to say. But yeah, but Hyrule Warriors is strange not being in this list. Donkey Kong Country, where is that? Like, I don't know. It's this speaks a lot about the ecosystem of the platform, about the user base of Nintendo consoles,
Right.
because Mario Party 10 like 1.65 million, and Mario Party 10 was not well received at all.
Yeah, not.
Like, at all. It was very panned by critics and users alike. I mean, I'm looking at the Metacritic page for Mario Party 10, and it's sitting at a 66
Yeah.
Metascore, which isn't
not bad, yeah,
it's not terrible, but certainly
It's not great. It's not what you expect from a first party. game
certainly
from
not
Nintendo.
better than Hyrule Warriors
Oh, yeah.
Or Bayonetta.
Right.
Or Bayonetta 2. So I don't know, but yeah, I was thinking, yeah, so Bayonetta it qualifies for this list because it is published by Nintendo.
By Nintendo too?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, it is published by
didn't know that.
Nintendo. It is developed by Platinum,
By
but it's
Platinum, yeah.
published by Nintendo. So this could be classified as a Nintendo game, and
Weird. Yeah.
and it sold less than Mario Party 10. Just let that sink in for you.
Well, the thing is, it's aimed towards a much more hardcore
Absolutely,
audience, right?
absolutely,
And sadly, that hardcore audience, it's very, very
very small.
small on the Nintendo side of things.
Yeah, but I don't know. This is it's a strange list.
Yes. Yeah.
It's a strange list, but I think this speaks a lot about Nintendo's selling franchises, which are, I mean, from both lists, it's Pokemon,
Yeah.
it's Mario Kart is big, and almost any Mario games.
Yeah.
All of the Mario games, 3D World, Mario Maker, 3D Land, Super Mario Bros. 2, New Super Mario Bros. U. These are big games.
Right. And I could assure you that the moment the new Legend of Zelda game comes out, it's going to be right on that list, like the first month.
Are you sure?
I'm sure, yeah.
I don't know.
I am.
I'm not entirely sure about that, but let's just think about this. Like, Nintendo looks at this list, and they look at this to approve other projects.
Right.
So this people always argue that why should I care about the games that are selling most? I don't care. Just give me the games. But keep in mind that games are made because they expect a return in profit.
Right, yeah.
So the games that sell the most are the games that are getting sequels.
Yeah, exactly.
So what does this say? That we're getting a Mario Party 11. Woo! And
Which I don't think it's surprising, right? I mean, we have Mario Party 10. So obviously something happened at 9 and at 8 and at 6 and
we actually have 13 Mario Party
that's
games
true because we have some
Mario Party
handheld
Advance,
games.
Mario Party DS,
True.
and Mario Party Island Tour
Yeah.
for the 3DS. So we're getting another one, and this is
I can't wait.
And we're getting a Mario Party 9. I'm sorry, a Mario Kart 9.
Yeah,
Which I'm so excited about the idea of a new Mario Kart game, even though I know it's just too far away already.
right,
But
yeah, and I wonder what
I'm
are
a
they
big
gonna
fan
have
of Mario Kart.
that's new in that, because I mean what else can they put in that game?
just new tracks. Just give me new tracks, and
Right,
I'm
okay.
cool with that. Maybe VR.
Fair enough.
I don't know. But anyways, so
VR. Oh.
hey, it could be good for Mario Kart, right? But I don't know. But Nintendo is not jumping into
Yeah, on the
VR
VR train
bandwagon
just right now. Yeah. Mhm.
So, speaking of sales, I have here the sales figures for the Amiibo.
Right.
For the different Amiibo by territory. So I have Japan, the US, and Europe. I don't know if the US includes Canada.
I think it's where I saw it, it's slated as North America.
North
as a
America.
whole, yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
So
That might include us.
yeah, I think when they say North America, that includes all Latin America because they export the
That
Amiibo
could-
figures
yeah,
from the
that
US
Could very well be that.
into the rest of the continent. So I don't know, but anyways, there are a lot of differences between the sales of the
Yeah,
different
huge.
amiibo.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
So the US, unsurprisingly, number one is Link.
Yeah,
It's
definitely.
Link, Bowser, got that one. Bowser is so cool. Toon Link, Mewtwo, which I'm so depressed that I don't have the Mewtwo amiibo. The Sonic, Pikachu, Mario, Pac-Man, Mega Man, and Ganondorf. So
Ganondorf, yeah.
so a lot of all of these characters are very popular with the North American audience, right?
Yeah.
Characters from big franchises
Zelda,
here.
Mario, and Pokemon.
Zelda, Mario, and
That's
Pokemon
basically it
with
for North
with
America.
Sonic and Pac-Man here and there,
Yeah,
Mega Man, but those are big franchises
Right.
anywhere. Europe, the sales figures for Amiibo in Europe is not too different. So it's this, but this is Mario in first place.
Yeah.
Mario,
The
Link.
Mhm.
There's the Inkling Squid, which is surprising for Europe. There's the Green Giant Yoshi, which, by the way, that's the best amiibo out there by far.
Sorry about that.
There's Mario. Then Mario again, because why is it? Oh, okay. So
There's a classic Mario.
yeah. So number one was Mario with a classic color, and there number 5 is Mario from the Super Mario series.
Yes.
Number 6 is Mario from the Smash series. Wow. There's Pikachu. There's the Inkling Boy. There's Toad and the Inkling Girl. So this is cool. And in North America, the Mario was in the list in the classic color.
Classic, yeah.
Classic
Only
color.
the classic Mario.
So Japan, Japan, I love you so much.
Japan
You're
is crazy
so,
about Splatoon.
You're so weird, Japan. So
Yeah.
the top 3: Inkling Girl,
Yep.
Inkling Squid, and Inkling
Boy.
Boy. Like, what the hell? Like, this is so strange.
Yeah.
This
They're
is-
crazy about Splatoon over there.
yeah, and I get why, but I mean the amiibo. I don't know. The amiibo for Splatoon are actually some of the most well-looking of all the amiibo.
Okay.
So I think that's cool. And there's Mario from the Super Mario series, Mario with a classic color, then Mario with a modern color. There's then Isabel from Animal.
like,
What? Then Kirby. Kirby, okay, that's cool. I
guess.
mean, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
Green Giant Yoshi, but number 10, like I didn't even know this was a character, not even an amiibo, a character.
I don't even remember what it was.
Digby from
Oh,
the Animal
yeah,
Crossing
right.
series. Like, what is?
Sure,
who
why
is
not? I
Digby?
guess.
And I don't know. This tells a lot about the differences in what people buy in each of the different regions. Do you have any amiibo?
No, I don't. I'm not much of an amiibo enthusiast just yet. I haven't really got into it, and I don't know. I don't want to come off as sounding very anti-Nintendo.
Anti-Nintendo.
So I haven't really commented on it, but yeah, I don't know. I haven't just found the one that really brings me in and makes me want
I think Nintendo
buy
is doing kind of a terrible job in getting people on board with the
Right.
amiibo in terms of their functionality. I don't know. It's what do these things do? I mean, they promise us that these things will be doing cool stuff. They launched with Smash, and they
Yeah.
said like, "Oh, you can get
Save
your
your characters
yeah,
and stuff.
you can use your amiibo to fight with you
Yeah.
alongside you in battle." But I mean, I can do that without the amiibo. There's like a CPU character. Like, why should I need an amiibo? I don't know. This doesn't make any sense at
Yeah,
all to
yeah,
me.
yeah.
And there's this thing with the Twilight Princess HD.
Oh, I
Where
don't know.
it will be including the Wolf Link amiibo, but this Wolf Link amiibo will be unlocking a new dungeon, a new Wolf Link only dungeon in the game. And
didn't know that.
Okay, so that's okay, cool, a new dungeon, but just think about it. That's on disc DLC, right?
That's right.
That's
yeah.
on this DLC, and why are they
Dangerous
getting a
practices.
pass on that,
Yeah.
right? That's a dungeon that is locked in the game unless you buy the amiibo.
Yeah, that's
And that's so, I don't know, that's weird.
weird practices. Yeah.
Yeah, because you're punishing people that will be getting the game digitally. So I don't know, like,
And that game is a full price retail game. It's $60,
Yeah.
$60 retail game.
so I don't know this. I don't know. It's so weird that Nintendo is not doing anything cool with amiibos, where Activision is doing something cool with Skylanders.
Yeah.
And there's Disney Infinity, where these characters take life in the game,
Yes, yeah.
and you can collect them. If I have this amiibo, I can use this character in that game and have a lot of fun with it. Not the case with
Right.
with amiibo.
Which I'm still not big on either Skylanders or this thing.
Sure. I'm not either. But but my point is that they are enticing. They're enticing people to get. I mean, kids want to play as this character, so they want to get the figurine and play with that character in Disney Infinity or Skylanders.
As it stands right now, it's just pretty much a collector's thing. It's having them there.
The amiibo, absolutely, and I think that's. I don't know, that's weird. And I do have some amiibo. I have the Bowser amiibo, Yoshi amiibo, the Diddy Kong.
Yoshi, right?
Both. The Smash. I have Yoshi from the Smash Bros. Series. I have the Green Yarn Yoshi.
Okay.
And I have a Diddy Kong. The
cool.
Diddy Kong amiibo, which is very cool. That amiibo is so cool. And I only have them as collectibles, really, because I don't really use them in any case. I just wanted them to display them on my gaming set, and they look cool. And I think the only game that has really the only game that I played that I think has made somewhat good use of the amiibo is Yoshi's Woolly World. In fact,
how do you use them?
Because every amiibo that the game is compatible with any amiibo, all of them.
Right.
So any amiibo that you use with the game unlocks like a Yoshi wool pattern.
Oh, okay.
So there are like a 60 something different.
Super Mario Maker is doing something similar, right? They with the character model for Mario.
Yeah, but it only changes the model for the 8-bit. For the original Super Mario Bros.
Right.
I don't know, the original Super Mario Bros. No, it's not texture. It's the set. I mean, the graphics. I don't know.
Right.
But Yoshi's Woolly World.
I guess.
I don't know, but Yoshi's Woolly World unlocks different patterns for Yoshi's. They are not necessary. I mean, you can just play the game without them.
Right.
But it's cool and it's cute in a sense. Like I got my Diddy Kong amiibo, I put it on my gamepad, and now my Yoshi looks like a Diddy Kong with a color Diddy Kong, and it's so freaking cute. It's like you're like, that's nice. That's awesome.
Right, and it gives again a purpose to your amiibos. It's no longer just a figurine anymore.
Absolutely, and Mario Kart did the same, where you unlock a costume for your Mii.
Oh, cool.
But with certain amiibo, but that only works for you if you use a Mii in Mario Mario Kart 8. And honestly,
that's the minority.
Most of these customs are, in my opinion, kind of ugly.
Okay.
But not the case with Woolly World, because these different patterns from these different wool patterns for Yoshi in Woolly World are cool looking, are cute, and I like that. But I don't think that's still enough to sell amiibo.
Right.
And there's also this big problem with Nintendo not being able to meet demand. Like, I want a Mewtwo amiibo. I want that one. I want a Mewtwo because Mewtwo is my favorite Pokemon. And it's sold out.
Right.
I want a Lucina amiibo, and I cannot get it. I want a Samus amiibo because she's my main in Smash. I cannot get that. It's so infuriating, so frustrating.
Well, but that still, talks positively about, if they're sold out everywhere, then that's a good thing, right? I mean,
yes and no, because you also gotta meet demand.
Right. Yeah. Sure.
I mean, of course, if you made 100 of these for the whole planet,
they're gonna
sell out. Absolutely. Yeah. But I don't know. It's weird to me, but I think that Nintendo has a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
But I think
come up with a better campaign, a marketing campaign.
But at the same time, they need to keep the momentum for.
Is that here?
For what's going on?
There's a phone ringing.
So there's a phone ringing at the studio, and I don't know what to do. let's just ignore it.
Yeah.
So I think Nintendo has a lot of work to do with in terms of actually getting people enticed about Amiibo for the next generation. I don't think they will abandon Amiibo for the NX. I think that Amiibo will play an important part.
Hopefully.
in the NX, but they got a lot of work. A lot of work to do.
Yeah.
And staying right on topic with Nintendo, so Mother 3, a game that many fans of the Mother or Earthbound series have been asking for is rumored to come to North America, and the rumor has a very credible source. This is according to Emily Rogers, who is a journalist that mainly focuses on Nintendo. I follow her on Twitter. I've actually talked with her a few times over Twitter.
Nice.
And she's a very, very nice person, and she's a frequent source of leaks and stuff, and all of them have been true so far. So, wow. So this could be true. So Mother 3 could be coming to North America. I think this is huge for the fan base of Earthbound.
Yeah.
I don't think it will be moving any consoles but this is cool.
It's interesting, yeah. And I mean, again, anniversary things, right? This is 10th anniversary for the game.
Really? No, I
think it is.
It's more. I don't know. I'm not big on the series, mainly because I haven't played any game the series,
either.
and I should. I really should. I know I should play Earthbound.
Yeah, we talked about this on the first show, that Earthbound was originally, was one of Iwata's first real projects, within Nintendo. So yeah, it's interesting. I'm gonna take just for the sake of debate, the opposite side of the road, and I'm gonna say that it's not coming. I don't think. I think they've had enough opportunities on the past to come and show the game and bring the game back.
I don't think so. Mainly one reason, they acknowledge the demand for this game. I don't know if you remember, but not last year, it was 2014's Nintendo presentation. They joked about it. Do you remember they had like a weird cartoon with Robot Chicken? I don't know, like they had this weird animation at the beginning of the presentation of the Nintendo Direct presentation. And the animation for Reggie, he joked about Mother 3, like they had some game like this. Like there was like a fan on the audience, like, hey, what's Mother 3?
Oh, that's true.
And Reggie was like, I don't know. I think just by the fact that they acknowledge that people demand Mother 3, and that Mother 3 received a fan translation already.
Yeah, which was offered for free to Nintendo. Yeah.
And I don't know, I think
that's part of my argument. I mean, they've had everything in their hands for releasing this, and they haven't. And I mean, Reggie has teased with so many things. I still remember the game show, the Game Awards shows,
the Game Awards,
where he came with he arrived with a clip with a Metroid clip,
and
it was so certain that it was gonna be an announcement for Metroid, and there was not.
But at the same time, you could argue that he did that to gauge the interest in the franchise.
Could be.
It could be. I mean, I don't know. I think they will be bringing Mother 3. I hope so, and just because of the source of this information, and Emily Rogers is a very credible source of information, of insider information from Nintendo. And
do you think this is going to be a full-fledged retail game, or is it going to be a virtual console?
Yeah, it's an eShop game, I think so. For the Wii U or NX. I don't think it's coming. Not 3DS, I don't think so, but Wii U or NX, and I think it will be huge for the fans.
Do you think it's going to take that long to come out? Like a year and a half?
I don't know. I mean, they could do this, like they could do a direct and Mother 3, and it's out now.
Yeah.
Maybe they can do that at E3 as well. Yeah. I don't know. It's interesting.
Although I expect this E3 to be more focused on NX.
I hope so.
I don't think they're gonna talk anything, Wii U a little bit, but mostly NX.
I think they will be doing a kind of a similar thing that they did last year, where they will be holding a small direct before their presentation.
Right. And then the Treehouse thing after?
They could be doing a presentation on Sunday.
Right.
And where they will be focusing on Wii U and 3DS. And then then they're showing on Tuesday will be only an X. I think they will be doing that. However, I don't know where will Zelda fit in that. The new Zelda for Wii U.
True,
I don't know if they will be moving that to Sunday.
Maybe they can start with that and then just move on to an X.
Maybe. I don't know. But anyway, so this Mother 3 rumor is interesting. And I think we should be paying close attention to that. And jumping to other positive news, not rumors, but a news.
Yes.
GTA 5
selling
60
big.
Million copies. 60 million copies. That's insane.
That's crazy, yeah.
I don't know. I cannot wrap my mind around the game selling 60 million copies. Just keep in mind, last generation, both the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3 sold around 80 million units of the console, like 80 million consoles of each one. This is a game that has now sold 60 million copies. That's
huge number.
that's
Yeah,
so
it's
freaking
mind-boggling. It's
And just by comparison, I just read you the top-selling games for
Yeah,
Wii U
right,
and 3DS.
yeah.
The top-selling game for the 3DS reached
14 million? Yeah.
14 million copies. This is 60. This is insane.
6-0. Yeah, it's huge. Yeah.
Oh, you could argue that, I mean, this is a spread between 360, PS3, One, PS4, and PC.
Yeah.
But 60 is a lot.
Still, I mean, this game, I think, and I have a little theory about why. I not a theory, but I think the game had pretty much 3 revivals. 4 coming out. It came out and it sold big. Then it didn't came out with the online aspect
GTA
of the game.
Online
Yeah, GTA Online came out, and that was another factor for people to come in. Then it got remastered, and it came to the new generation, to the 8th generation. That was another revival. And then they had the heists. They added the heist system, which was a very interesting system, and that brought a whole more people into it. And then the whole community,
and the PC
gaming
launch,
community, the PC launch. That's true. That's the 5th one. Yeah. And so everybody wrapped around that game, and the YouTube community was very high on it. There are still so many videos about glitches and fun moments and the heists and whatnot. So I think every factor that could benefit the game, doing well in sales, was met. That's
achieved. Very smart marketing.
Yeah, it is.
Really.
Yeah.
Very smart marketing.
Even though I don't think the heists were intended to come out that much after, it helped. It helped to bring people back. So it came out great.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. I mean, great numbers, and that speaks as well very positively of the industry as a whole. Like,
yes. Yeah, actually, in that same announcement where Rockstar said and announced that GTA had the 60 million, they also announced that as a whole, the whole franchise, GTA, Grand Theft Auto, has sold over 220 million units.
Really?
Every single game, and that's, I mean, picture that. That's so many units. Yeah, that's a lot.
And I think this benefits this is a very positive thing for us gamers.
Yes.
There's money to be made in the industry, and that means there's investment in the industry, which means there's development and more products and more franchises and more games for us. I think this is very cool. And speaking about making games, Amazon released their game engine called Lumberyard for free, and this game engine is based on the Cry engine.
Yeah. From
this
Crytek.
Is cool. I had a look at the engine yesterday, and it looks good.
It looks good. It looks great.
It looks good, and I don't know. It's for free.
Yes.
And this is healthy competition, I think so, for Unity and Unreal Engine 4.
Absolutely, yeah.
And competition is always cool for the industry as a whole.
Yeah, I want to see what Unity and Unreal and Epic with Unreal. What changes are coming to them? How are they gonna make it more enticing for people to get them? Because now, again, competition is always healthy.
How can they I don't know, answer back to Amazon with this?
Right.
That's cool. It's very cool. I think we could be seeing very soon some cool games.
Yeah, and it's a great strategy too, because it's as you said, it's free. There's no hidden fees. There's no shared revenue thing after a certain milestone of sales. It's completely free unless you want to use the multiplayer services and use Amazon Web Services.
Yeah.
But that would be just enticing the cost of the service itself.
Sure.
So this is very interesting and great. I think it's absolutely magnificent.
Yes, it's very exciting for developers. I still I want to speak to a few developers about this, maybe get their opinions and their thoughts. But I did dive in yesterday at some Facebook groups for game developers, game developers Facebook groups, and I read a lot of positive comments, and people were intrigued. Developers were intrigued by this. And I think this is cool. This is very, very cool.
Yeah.
It's
for developers and regular folk as well.
Absolutely.
I mean, if you're trying to get into the development side of the gaming industry, this is a great way to come in. Have
jump in.
3 engines to work with, which is
or
amazing.
even as a consumer, like this means more
games.
Are getting
more
made.
games and more content and more. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. And speaking about content, Sony announced a new PS4 bundle.
Yeah.
It's an Uncharted PS4, and I don't know. It's I don't really care about it being an Uncharted bundle. It's just something to be expected. But the color of the console, the design is gorgeous. It looks I love it. I think it looks very, very cool. I don't care much because I already own a PS4, but I think it looks nice.
Yeah,
it looks like it
for
looks,
people that don't own PS4s, it's an interesting offer. People like myself,
like you. Yeah. So, are you excited about this?
To be honest, I'm not. The console, it's a 500 gig console, and it's $400. It's $50 more expensive.
It includes the game in the physical copy of the game, right?
Yeah,
I think so.
yeah. But I mean,
I like that.
I can get the 350 version of the console, the regular console with The Last of Us or Black Ops or whatever, Black Ops, yeah,
Black
I
Ops
said
3,
that right,
yeah.
And then buy the game as an extra, and I would have $410 expending on that, and I would get 2 games and a console anyway. If this was a deal for a 1 terabyte PS4, that would be much different. I would be much more interested.
But then you wouldn't get this cool looking.
To be honest, I didn't really like the design.
Damn you!
Not of the console. The console I didn't like, but the controller, that looks great. The controller has a very nice black matte underneath, and then the blue grayish plastic on top. But the console, I think it looks weird. I don't know.
I didn't really like the Nathan Drake being on the console. I'm not sure about that, but I like the color, the paint of the console.
I'm the opposite exactly. I like the Nathan Drake thing, but
really,
yeah, but the blue grayish console, I don't know. It looks weird. I've always been a guy that every single console I've had, I've always had the standard, the most basic of them all. I mean, I don't think the N64 or the GameCube have any special editions.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
Well, I always had,
especially the N64. The N64 had like 20 different models. Like,
well, I don't have a memory of
very rare models.
Right, not like big marketing campaigns behind them and stuff.
Yeah.
But I've always had the regular N64, the regular GameCube, the regular Wii. I have my I had my 360, even though the whole Red Ring of Death thing. I still have my white fat 360. It's noisy as hell, but it's still there and still working.
I have that same model, but in black. It's the Elite.
The
one.
Elite. No, yeah.
It's the big one.
The big one.
Well.
Yeah, I had the fat one forever with a big Rock Band 2 sticker slapped on top. And that's been my 360 forever, and I have the black regular Xbox One, and I will have probably the black regular PS4. I'm not much of a collector's guy.
I do like special editions of consoles. Like I have the Zelda Wii U with
that's true.
With these things on the gamepad. I have the Zelda Link Between Worlds 3DS, the gold one with the Triforce, and I don't have a special edition of the PS4. I wanted to get one. It's careful there with the microphone.
Yeah, with the microphone. I'm hitting everything with it.
But I don't like special editions of consoles, and I think this one looked pretty cool.
Right.
And Uncharted is big.
Yeah.
I expect this to move a lot of units.
I'm gonna be one of those. I expect. Again, Uncharted to make. I don't know if it's gonna be this console or any other version of the console, but I want a console for playing Uncharted.
To play Uncharted, yeah,
and The Last of Us,
and the collection, the Uncharted collection, absolutely. Sure.
Yeah, all the Uncharted series.
Right. And well, this is speaking of once again our special editions.
Yeah.
So this is a funny story that I wanted to talk about just very briefly because of how weird and awkward and even stupid it is.
Yeah.
So a Fallout fan got a special edition of the game that included the vinyl discs of the soundtrack,
OST,
and one of them came scratched or broken. I'm not sure. And
I think it was broken.
He contacted Bethesda, and they told him that this is so. Oh my god, this is so weird. Like he had to destroy the other two discs.
The other 3 discs. I think it was 4 discs total. Yeah.
Really? Okay. So he had to destroy the rest of the soundtrack, like break them, take a picture of them,
showing them that it's
send
broken,
them so that he can get a replacement. And it was a refund or
it was a refund. It was weird. He contacted them and he wanted just a partial refund for that only that disc, so
Yeah.
he can buy it again. But they told him, we cannot do partial refund, so you're gonna have to. You can only ask for the full refund. And how do you get a full refund? Then you have to break the whole
you
thing.
have to break the whole thing.
And so he did, and he get the full refund. And then with that refund, he rebought the special edition, which is stupid and weird
so
and
stupid,
nonsensical.
I mean, I get from a logistics
Right, yeah,
standpoint.
it makes sense.
I get why Bethesda asked him to do this. That doesn't make it any less stupid.
Yeah.
You know, that's so.
Yeah,
that's
I guess
so
they wanted
weird.
to, if he got the refund, he could have sold those, I guess, and then
Yeah, maybe.
a lot of people could do the same thing. So I
Sure.
get why, but I mean, why would you destroy perfectly fine and working discs? I mean,
Yeah, but at the same time, you cannot order the manufacturing of just one
That's
disc
true, yeah,
for
that's
him, of just
true, yeah.
that one disc. And if you have I don't know, a supply. If you have supplies of the special editions, you cannot just go open one and get
grab
this
a
disc
single disc, yeah,
and
that's right.
get him this one. So it's weird. I don't know. It's strange. Like,
Yeah, it's a very
I
weird
get
case.
both sides of the story,
Right.
but it still feels so stupid.
Yeah, it is. It's a very, very weird situation. A good thing though, it's that everything worked out at the end, and
Yeah, he got the
his-
refund.
the refund and his whole complete OST, and Bethesda. Well, they didn't really lose anything. They got some publicity out of this, which is good, I
Cool.
guess.
So so they got a good ending, right?
Yeah.
But on
Happy ending.
on the contrary, a bad ending
Yes.
happened for the Batman
The
fans
Arkham Knight.
and Arkham Knight and Warner Bros. So I'm sure if you're here, you know about all this weird controversy surrounding this game
Yeah.
and the terrible port
Yeah.
of the game for the PC.
PC, yeah.
The PC version of the game is it's just terrible,
Yeah,
terrible.
it was unplayable.
And now the game has been canceled for Mac and Linux.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, it's very clear at this point that, and I mean, I don't mean to bash on Warner Bros, but they are clearly only focusing on console games, and they are doing the PC ports because they are asked to, because they are demanded to do it, but they don't really care about it. And this is not the first time that this has happened. It happened again with Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat had a good, it came out on PC, had a little technical problems here and there, but eventually they got resolved. But now they're just forgetting about them. All the DLC that's coming out now, it's not going to PC, and it's they just
sucks.
announced it on a forum, and they never talked about it again.
Oh, and they're launching the Mortal Kombat XL.
Yeah.
was it?
That's not coming to PC.
With it's just an edition of the game with all the DLCs, right?
Yeah.
That's so awful. I think
Yeah.
so. That's
Yeah, so
I
as
don't
a
like
business
I don't
practice, it's not-
like those
yeah.
that kind of practices, because you're screwing over the people that bought
the
that
vanilla
bought
version.
all the expansions.
Right.
So, no, I don't like that. But this is I don't know. This is so weird. I remember reading an interview or that an article where someone in the QA team for
Right.
Batman Arkham Knight told a journalist, I don't know who or from what site or outlet, that Warner Bros. Knew months in advance about
That the game wasn't
that the game was broken.
Yeah.
And they didn't do anything, and they released the game in any
Yeah.
ways. Now it's getting canceled for Mac and Linux. I think that's for good. Like,
Yeah,
if you are unable to deliver a good product, just don't do it.
Deliver it. Yeah.
Don't deliver it. But I don't know. This speaks a lot about
Yeah.
about the lack of interest in
In PC as a
I wouldn't say in PC, but the lack of interest in the community.
Yes,
Because
okay.
this is what happens when you focus only on making the money rather than on building a brand.
Yeah.
If you build a brand, money will come. Come on, just look at CD Projekt Red. They built a brand. The Witcher is a brand, a very important and big brand right now. And they did that only by quality.
absolutely.
By giving us a quality product
and good practices.
absolutely. And just with this, the Witcher 3 sold like hotcakes.
Yeah.
And because they focused on building loyalty, building a brand, and building positive image of their company. And Warner Bros. Is screwing us over once and one time. Like, I don't know. This is
It's weird. Yeah, going back to the specific case of the porting, I get it. I mean, if they were porting to Linux and Mac from the PC version of the game, then it was gonna be, you know, porting a game. You know, you have some. It's not easy to do. So you know, porting something that's not stable, something unstable to a new platform.
Putting it mildly, right?
Yeah, yeah, the game was not gonna end up doing good. So it might be good news that, you know, the thing is not going to Mac or Linux. So Linux.
Sure, but I think this is like a PR scandal for the company.
Yeah.
They need to turn back the water.
They've gotta, because they do good games. They really do good quality games
on
console. Yeah, they publish good games.
Sure.
The Lord of the Rings, Shadow of Mordor was great. It was a great game, and they are, you know, they're losing their player base because they don't know how to handle, you know, all those practices and all these things that come up, and it's sad to see people go away from them because they do good products at the end of the day. So yeah, hopefully they can turn this around.
I hope so. Anyways, we're running out of time.
Yeah,
as
again.
always. So let's just talk very quickly about the games that are coming out in the following days.
Right.
So why don't you tell us about that just real quick? We have there's a new expansion for Dying Light.
Dying Light the following.
There's a new Assassin's Creed Chronicles Russia.
Yes.
Which I watched a review yesterday and it's not too good.
Yeah, it's not great.
Firewatch is...
I'm very, very excited for that game. I'm crazy excited for Firewatch. It looks, again, I told you guys before that I'm crazy and I'm a sucker for narrative driven games, and this is exactly that. This is, you know, the so-called walking simulators, and
that's so cool.
and it has an interesting story, even though they say the ending is not that great. I don't know, I haven't played it, but I really, really want to play that game.
The game looks cool, and the visual aesthetics of the game look very attractive.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of the No Man's Sky, visual aesthetic.
It does. It does in a way, and kind of the Witness also in a sense. They go for a similar lighting, I think so.
True. Yeah, that's absolutely right.
Also, Unravel, this platformer that EA showed at last year's E3.
Yeah, and it looks so cute. It looks like...
and it's getting good reviews.
Yeah.
I think that's cool. That's very, very, very positive. This new Shin Megami Tensei 4 Final for the 3DS and Valkyria Chronicles Remaster for the PS4.
I think this is an older game which is getting, again, a remaster edition.
Yes.
I haven't played the game, but remasters, I'm not big on that.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's a game that I don't think had much of a big, like a gigantic AAA audience. So it could be a good chance to maybe at least take a look at it and see what it's about. Right?
Yeah. Just real quick to reiterate, Assassin's Creed Chronicles Russia is coming out on every platform. Xbox One, PS4, PC. Dying Light is coming on every platform as well. Firewatch is only coming
except Nintendo.
Except Nintendo. Yeah, sadly, sorry. Yeah. Firewatch is coming to PS4 and PC.
Okay.
So yeah, if you own any of those, check those out. Unravel is coming again to Xbox, PC, and PS4. Shin Megami Tensei 4, it's coming to 3DS. Yeah, so for you Nintendo fans out there, try that out.
I've heard very good things about that franchise.
Yeah, me too. I've been hearing a lot of it lately.
Sure. I don't know if it's my kind of stuff, but it looks cool anyways.
Right, yeah. And Valkyria Chronicles Remaster, it's a PS4 exclusive, so also check that out.
Absolutely. So, what are you playing right now? Still on Fallout?
I'm still on Fallout. On Fallout. I played a little last night. I'm still playing Halo 5 at night.
Cool.
And I had something else and I forgot. Yeah, that's it.
Candy Crush? No.
Of course. Yeah, I'm always playing Candy. No, of course not. I never play that piece of crap.
How dare you?
No, I don't. I don't play that. I played Bejeweled, which was sort of similar.
Yeah,
on
but there's no comparison.
On 2007.
Yeah, but Bejeweled is a better game, I think so.
Oh, yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Miles away.
So I'm still playing Witcher 3.
Good.
And Skellige is freaking awesome.
Yeah, you reached it.
I'm Skellige and I'm blowing stuff in
Yeah.
Skellige. I'm beating quest after quest. I'm sailing.
Nice.
And I'm having the time of my life.
Perfect.
With that game. It's
That's great.
so awesome. When I was in Novigrad, I didn't think the game could get better. And Skellige is amazing.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
it's incredible. Seriously, people, play that game. If you
Yeah,
haven't,
yeah.
get the game right
Again,
now.
I've played it. I've finished it.
It's
And
legit.
that's my game of the year. So if you don't take our word for it, go and try it out yourself because it's great.
It's absolutely amazing.
Support CD Projekt Red.
Yeah, they deserve all of the sales for the game.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And if you downloaded The Witcher 2, play that too.
Sure, it's also a very, very good title.
Yeah.
Also a bit more dated,
Yeah,
maybe,
but
but
they did much more harder.
sure.
But yeah, very cool and very
Unless you
entertaining.
play The Witcher 3 on Dead March,
Right,
like
then you're
I'm doing
set for
so,
it. You're
and
perfect.
some of the battles of the combats are
Yeah, you're ready
are
to play The
pretty
Witcher 2
tough.
on normal.
so I don't think that
No,
I don't
it's
think
not that
it's
terrible.
it's that tough.
Yeah, I'm
but
exaggerating.
it's definitely
Right.
a more complex game than Witcher.
Oh, you
3.
know what? I'm also playing Smash Brothers.
Really?
Yeah, for
Oh,
Wii
cool.
U. Yeah.
Cool.
yeah.
Did you get the DLC characters or? how
I
are you
want
playing?
no. I haven't yet. I want to get Bayonetta, and Corrin, but I'm really trying that Mewtwo out. Mewtwo.
Oh, you got
like crazy.
Mewtwo.
Yeah.
Cool,
I
awesome.
love that. Yeah.
Right, great. So that's it for this week's episode. Thank you so much for watching the show on YouTube or listening on iTunes, SoundCloud, or TuneIn. If you enjoyed your time with us, please like the video and subscribe to Gaming Frontier on YouTube. Please click that subscribe button.
Yeah, that like button.
Come on.
We really do appreciate it. All of your support, all of your help. Thank you so much for sticking with us, and we are gonna bring you a next episode next week.
Absolutely.
Episode 4.
Absolutely. You can always reach us on Twitter at _Gaming Frontier and on Facebook as Gaming Frontier at facebook.com/Gaming Frontier Entertainment.
Yeah.
That's right. If you have any questions you'd like us to answer on the show, you can send an email to gamingfrontier.contact@gmail.com. We
Send
have
those
all
mails. We want to answer those questions.
Yeah, we have all this information. It's on the description below, so you can check it out. We'd like to thank Tecnológico de Monterrey and Mr. Isaac Estrella for making this possible and allowing us to use this equipment that you're taking a look at right now.
You can also follow us on Twitter at 6U1LL3
and my Twitter is on the description as well. Just you can check them out right there to follow us. Head over to our channel on YouTube to watch more gaming content published regularly. We should be having more content aside from the podcast very, very soon.
Yes.
Thank you so much, and remember, always keep playing, guys. Bye-bye.
See you guys.